Hey guys, it's Maddie and today I'll be doing the Peculiar Book Tag. The tag was started by Jesse the Reader. I will leave his link to his video down below, so if you want to check out the original tag, I highly recommend it. And since the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children movie has been released today, I thought it fitting that I do this tag because I love these books and I can't wait to see the movie. I'm sure it's gonna be awesome, so to celebrate, I'm going to do this tag and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So let's get started. So the first question is Abandoned House, a book you once abandoned but gave another chance and ended up enjoying. And for this one, I chose Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I think I put this book down 2 times, not because I kind of wasn't enjoying it, but it's an overwhelming series. So the first few chapters was kind of like, I wasn't getting into it, so I just kept putting it down. And I finally just picked it up, read the whole thing, and I indeed enjoyed it. And I'm so happy I did decide to pick it up again, and now I have read the first 4 books, and I'm reading Empire Storms right now, so I'm still enjoying it. Question 2, Vintage Photographs, a book you wish had illustrations in it. And for this one, I'm going with Throne of Glass again. The reason I really want illustrations in this book is because the world is so complex that it's really hard for me to visualize it. And I feel like if there were illustrations in this book, I could really grasp the visualization of the world so much better. So I don't know, I think there should be a petition or something to make like at least like a graphic novel of the Throne of Glass series. Oh my gosh, yes, that would be so cool. Has anyone else ever thought about that? A graphic novel of the Throne of Glass series? Because you know how there's like a graphic novel series of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children? Do that with Throne of Glass. That would be so awesome. That needs to happen. I swear. And I think that would help me visualize the world so much better. So that would be so cool if that happened, and I hope it actually does. Question 3, Loop, a series that you wouldn't mind reading over and over again. And for that, I'm continuing on the Sarah J. Maas trend, and I'm going with A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I have read the first book twice now, and I feel like I will be rereading this series so many times because I love it so much. I'm like trash for this series, I swear. I can just imagine myself reading this like 10 times over and I still love it every time, especially the first book. I'm one of those rare people who actually do like the first book. I think I'll be reading this series over and over and over again until I get tired of it, and still I don't even think I'd get tired of it. Question 4, Peculiar Children, a character's ability that you want for yourself. I don't know a lot of like supernatural characters with abilities besides the characters in Miss Peregrine's, which I don't think that counts. That defeats the purpose of this tag. So I'm actually going to go with Lana from the Gone series, and this character has the ability to heal people. And I would really love that ability because, like, imagine if one of your relatives or friends gets injured or sick, you'd be able to heal them, and that would bring me like so much joy to be able to heal the person I love. So I would really love her ability because it's like an ability you can use to help people, and I feel like it would bring me joy to help heal someone. Question 5, Miss Peregrine, your favorite character that's a leader. And I'm gonna go with Katniss from the Hunger Games. She is the strongest female character I think I know. Mentally, she's strong. She can be physically strong too, but she is mostly mentally strong, and she's able to lead people so easily, and she's only like 16, 17 throughout the whole series, so that is admirable. I think she's a great leader, and I mostly just admire her for her ability to lead because I'm someone who does not a leader whatsoever, so the fact that she is such a strong leader is just so awesome. Question 6, Jacob, your favorite story where a regular character discovers an extraordinary world. I couldn't really come up with an answer for this one at first. The only answer I could come up with is Toru from Fruits Basket, because she discovers the world of the Somas, who is a family who can change into animals, and that's kind of like an extraordinary world in a way. Not really, but yeah, that's the closest I could find. And kind of in this way is an extraordinary world because what family do you know who can change into animals? I don't know any at all, so I thought that was a fitting answer. Question 7. Emma, a fierce and fiery character. And I chose Feyre from Court of Thorns and Roses because she is definitely fierce, one of the fiercest characters I've ever read about. And going along with that, Selena from Throne of Glass is also fierce too. So all of Sarah's characters are, main characters at least, are super fierce. And Feyre is one of them. I think if I have to go with which character is more fiercer, Selena or Feyre, I don't really know, they're kind of equal. I actually think though Selena is more fiercer because she's an assassin, but Feyre also has this very fiery, fierce personality, so I know that's a hard decision, but I think Feyre is definitely a fierce character, and so is Selena, so there were 2 answers to this question right there. Question 8. Millard, a book that seems to be invisible but needs to be read by more people. This one was an easy one to pick, and I picked The Declaration by Jim and Molly. I've mentioned this book on my channel a few times, and it is a book I absolutely love, and it's so underrated. I feel like more people should read it. It is a dystopian series, so if you are into like dystopian, really recommend to pick this one up because it is, in my opinion, just so good. And no one talks about it on BookTube or Goodreads or anything, and I'm like, why aren't more people reading this book? Because I absolutely loved it, and I think it was pretty good, so I would really recommend to read it. And to go along with my recommendation, I guess I'll do a quick synopsis of it, because that makes sense. It is basically about a world where people have the decision to live forever. They have that option. They can take a pill that enables them to live forever. But if you take this pill, you can't have kids, and if you do, these kids don't have the option to live forever, and they're sent to like this concentration camp where they're slaves for the rest of their life. So this book follows the perspective of a girl whose name I forget. What is wrong with me? One of my favorite books, I forget the girl's name. But she ends up escaping from the concentration camp along with this boy, and she's trying to figure out the government and its secrets, and it's just a really good series. Question number 9 is Olive, a book you bought that floated to the top of your TBR. This is the book I most recently bought, and that is 3 Dark Crowns by Kendra Blake. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Not sure. And I've been hearing a lot on BookTube from the people who have gotten an arc of this book, and it sounds so interesting. It's a fantasy series following 3 princesses who have to fight and I think kill each other for power. Sounds so good, and it really has floated to the top of my TBR, and hopefully I'll be reading it within the remaining months of this year, hopefully if not next year, but I really want to read it soon, and it seems promising, and I have a feeling it's going to be great. Question number 10 is Hugh, a book that stinged and caused a lot of feelings. And for this one, I chose Ugly Love by Colin Hoover. This book just killed me. The ending killed me. It gave me so many feels, and it was just so sad. And I need to read it again one of these days, but maybe I shouldn't because it really just killed me emotionally. If you read this book, expect sadness because this one, pretty sad. Question number 11 is Enoch, without spoiling, a character that you would bring back to life. So I'm actually going to include a spoiler for the Hunger Games series, so if you have not read the Hunger Games series yet, mute this part of the video, and when I give a thumbs up, you can unmute. So the character I'm talking about is Finnick. I loved Finnick so much, and when he died, it was one of the most distressing times in my whole lifetime because I loved his character, and his death happened so fast that I was like, wait, what just happened? That did not happen. But it did, and I was so sad when he died, and I didn't want to believe it happened, but it did. There's so many characters that died in the Hunger Games. I should have expected that he was going to be one of them, but it just killed me, and I hate that he had to die like that. And the way he died too was so brutal. I just hated it, and wish he could have lived more and survived. I just wish he could have lived because it was just awful, and I loved him so much. Okay, you guys, thumbs up. Can come back. So number 12 is Brownwyn, a physically strong character. I don't know a lot of physically strong characters. I only know one, and that is Jack from the Con series. He has the ability of strength, so he can lift so many things that regular human lived. He's the only strong character I know, and he has a personality that is very weak, so the fact that he's physically strong is kind of crazy. But yeah, other than that, any other strong characters, don't know, so I'm just gonna go with him. Question number 3 is Holocaust, a book you read that felt like an experiment gone wrong. So I don't really understand what this question implies, really, but I'm going to interpret it as a book that you read that you didn't like. I'm not sure if that's the correct way that you interpret this question, but I'm going to go with that. And the book I picked was All the Rage, and I forget the author of this one, but it is a book I didn't really like at all. If you ask me what this book is about, I can't even tell you because it was so confusing and it didn't make any sense, and I got nothing out of it. Like, the ending to it, the theme was kind of pointless. I didn't understand it, and I can't even remember what it's about because it left me so bored. So I would not recommend this one. I didn't like it, and it's probably one of the worst books I read, so don't recommend to ever go near it. The last question, question number 14, is Whites, a book you feel contains tropes that has been done in other books. This one I'm going with Matched by Ali Condé, and this book contains the trope of a love triangle, and if you're an avid reader, I'm sure you've seen a lot of love triangles in your experience with reading over the years. I sure have, and it's a trope that is getting old and annoying, and I'm like, just stop with the love triangles because they're so irritating, and I feel like they're only there to add extra drama, which I like drama, but the love triangle scenario just gets annoying, and I wish authors would back off with love triangles. But I haven't been seeing a lot lately, so that's a good thing. So maybe it's finally starting to wear off, but hopefully they'll be done away with soon because they are annoying. Except for the fact that some love triangles can work in books, but when they don't, that's when it gets irritating. And I wish those kind of love triangles would just stop. And that was the peculiar book tag. I hope you guys enjoy this tag. I tag everyone to do it. It was super fun, especially do it if you are a Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children fan, because I sure am and can't wait to see the movie. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below for more bookish related videos. And I'll be back with another video really soon. Bye!